Welcome, guys. John's Football Channel. I hope all of you are doing well. This is the preview to France versus England in the third place roundoff, obviously for the World Cup. These are the last two teams to battle it out and see who comes third. Let's take a look at the lineups. Obviously, they're most likely going to be playing with, for France, Mike Mignon in goal, probably Gusto as a right back, Konate and Lecroix as the centre backs, and then we'll have Theo Hernandez on the left hand side, and then in the midfield, I would love to see Golio Conte. It will be a sad thing to see that if it's his last game for France, it will be a very, very painful thing to see a lot of players leave, like the likes of Conte, like the likes of Messi, Ronaldo, Xhaka, all of these players. I mean, you do see them as one of their last World Cups, and it's just sad to see them go. I mean, it's your last time. You're not going to see another player like him, and it's just a very difficult thing to actually let go of. And then we might have Emery playing alongside Kante, and then ahead of them we'll probably see Dembele, Cherki, Doué, and Dembele in this team for France. And then if we look at for England, they'll probably go with Spence again. It is a question that he able to recover from that small knock he picked up with Messi. And then Gurry and Konsa as the centre backs, and then Kwanzaa on the right side after his suspension. And then in the CDM's position, probably we might see Anderson. I don't think we'll see Bellingham in that position. We'll probably be seeing Declan. I don't know why we won't see Declan in this game. I think we should see Declan and Rice in this game along Anderson. And then ahead of them, I've seen they win with Madueke and Rashford on the wings. Me personally, I would rather go with Bukayo Saka, and I do suppose it wouldn't be a thing. I think if someone has to start and get some minutes in this game, I think probably Rashford wouldn't be the worst player for England to actually play. So probably Rashford and then Bukayo Saka on the wings, and then Rodgers in the midfield, and then Harry Kane up front leading the line. I also wouldn't mind to see Ivan Toney coming on as well for some minutes in the second half. Yes, this game is probably a friendly for most players, but I think it's a stepping stone to the next game. It's something that you would be looking at and something that you would analyze for the next game. So as much as we would like to take this game very, very lightly, I think some players won't, knowing that it is probably their last time in the World Cup, like the likes of Harry Kane probably as well. So yeah, let's take a look at some form also for both teams. France, obviously, out of 5 games, they won 4 and lost 1. Obviously, France lost recently to Spain. And then England, they obviously also played 5 games, won 4 and lost 1 to Argentina. So now it's just a thing of now who out of the two teams can actually bounce back and actually getting back into winning ways after this World Cup. And then we saw some interesting stats for France and England. Like Deschamps takes charge of his 187th game, the final match after 14 years as the French boss. So very, very well done to him. A very, very, very long career. I think out of those 187 games for France, how many games has he actually won? What is his 1% ratio? I think that will be a very interesting thing to analyze. It should be up there. I mean, this is France. I mean, no matter what manager you put with France, surely you'll just be able to say, no, go and play. We know that France has a lot of quality in the field, and they should be able to do a job regardless of the manager that they have with them. And then for England, we know that obviously England are the only nation this century to score first in a World Cup semi-finals and lose. They did this twice. Can you imagine? They're doing this twice in a century. Going, scoring, and then actually losing the semi-finals. So it's definitely something that England have to work on into the next World Cup. Something that they have to shake off and actually get this thing back onto winning ways. And then if we take a look, obviously the two players that will be pairing against each other, obviously the likes of Harry Kane and Kylian Mbappé. They both have, Kylian Mbappé has 8 goals, whereas Harry Kane has 6. So going into this game, Harry Kane knows if he wants to stand a chance, he will probably need to win, probably score another, probably 3 goals at best, maybe to actually have a good chance at actually winning it. I think Messi and Mbappe are around the same figures in terms of goals. So they definitely will want to be actually trying to play their best game and actually trying to get on the score sheet to actually get the golden boot. And then we look at the games among the two teams, the head-to-head. Out of the last 5 games, we have seen France win 3 games. England has won 1, and then they have obviously drawn 1. So it's obviously it's in favor of France. But for this game, I would actually think it's the same thing with France and Spain. I think the midfield for France is not as strong as it once was. I think if Kane definitely starts, I'm not too sure if he's at the same level as he once was with Chelsea and back in the day with France. But I think if Kylian plays for this game for France in the first half, I think he stands a good chance at actually having a good performance and actually helping the team to have a good start to this game. And then obviously now we know we're going into the last ends of this game, the World Cup. We obviously know it's this game and the final, the last 2 games. We've come a long way. We've played probably what have experienced probably 100 and around 103, 4 games. So it's a very, very long journey and a very, very good World Cup. I think from the group stages to the last 16, I think it's been very, very good. It's just unfortunate with what has been happening with the VAR has been able to spoil the broth. And now hopefully in the final and this last game with France and England is able to actually bring some new fresh life into this World Cup and actually end the World Cup in a very, very nice way. So now for this game, me personally, I'm gonna probably be going. I would like to see England win. It would be unfortunate if they don't. So I'm gonna probably be going with England to probably win 2-1. Hopefully France in some way has learned their lesson, not to just be so much focused on attacking and actually build up the play and actually pass the ball with one another and actually get into the final third of the field and actually then take some chances to actually work the keeper or pass it around to actually open the defense for the likes of England and actually see if they can get some goals. But me also, I think for England have enough quality to hold France. I think England are a very, very good team. It's just a question of can they gel? Can they actually put all those good players around them and find a key balance between attacking and defending, regardless of whether they're winning or actually losing? Are they able to actually keep the results in their favor or actually go and get the result like Argentina did against them? Let me know down below what you guys think, but I would like to think that is possible. What are your thoughts? Who do you guys see winning? How do you guys see this World Cup ending for both teams? So yeah, guys, it's also I think also on managers. I think obviously, I mean, we all know that Deschamps has 14 years with his French team. So the amount of experience and amount of knowledge he has around his team, the way they train, the way they operate on a day-to-day basis, it speaks volumes. I mean, now you're having a 14-year-old against a 1-year-old basically with Tuchel. He only has been his first season and he's brought them this far. So I think it's more. I think it's a more heartbreaking loss for France, knowing that Deschamps has had 14 years and has not been able to do much with his 14 years. I don't know how many wins he has got. I probably got 4 World Cups in that time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not very, very good from him. I mean, you would expect a lot more over those 14 years than only 4 trophies. Where the likes of England, now they want to sack Tuchel for one bad performance, one bad form of a World Cup. It hasn't been the worst World Cup. We have seen worse under Southgate. And I think there's a lot more still to come from this England team. So yeah, guys, this is my post review to France versus England. Stay tuned for the preview for Spain versus Argentina. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.